Ooh. Hey, everybody. I know people are watching. Man, I'm telling you, it's like that door is not even open. I'm going to turn this fan on, too. Just realized. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Whew. Happy tax season. I think. I think it's happy tax season. All right. Okay. What's up, Facebook, YouTube? I got some stuff to talk to y'all about tonight. Definitely do. I hope everybody is having a great Monday. Please share, like, tag your friends. Let them know that I am on. It's 7 p.m. and we're about to get started. I'm taking some Spanish classes, so y'all gotta. So I might be trying to throw in a couple languages here and there. I doubt it, because I ain't doing that good. But y'all say a prayer. All right. So hold on. Y'all know I'm trying to get my album up so I can see what I gotta go over tonight. So let's see who is here. Hey Violet. Yes, I am starting. Let me know if you guys can hear me. And yes, I am just starting. I just got here. So please share, like, tag, and all that good stuff. I know it's Monday. Some of y'all, well, hell, y'all ain't got nothing better to do. It's Monday. Y'all come chill with me at 7 p.m. Okay. All right. So let's get with some of the, I guess you could say, less important stuff, but I guess it's important, right? And then again, as always, guys, drop your questions if you have them. I will answer them. Um, So, tax season is already done started. Happy tax season. Happy tax filing. Um, hey, you guys on Facebook. So, let me run it down. Yes, people are getting tax returns. That is very true. If you're an individual and you do not have any dependents and you e-file, it is a strong possibility that you may get your return in February versus waiting until March like everybody else, right? Because there's really no waiting period if you don't have dependents. Okay, they can actually process them very fast. If you have dependents, you guys know you got to wait until March to get your returns, because that will be 6 weeks from the opening date of when you had to file your taxes. All right. Hey, Dwight. Hey, Miss Robin. Hey, Darylyn. Thank you for letting me know you can hear me. Okay, thank you. And thank you to Mariah. Okay, so what I am noticing, and what I have noticed this week, individuals have come in with their letters from the IRS, and the amounts have been wrong. Okay. I don't know if you guys have seen the news. They probably didn't talk about it a lot because IRS is already getting a lot of flack from everything else they're doing wrong. But if you got those letters for your third stimulus, and if you got the letter from child tax credit, if you're not sure, please verify it by looking at your bank statements. Okay. The reason why is because the numbers have been wrong. Now, people ask, well, which number do we put in? The number on the paper, or do we put the number that was in our bank account? Well, to be quite honest with you, I don't even think it really matters, because once the IRS gets to your tax return and starts to process them, they are going to see one or two things: that you put in the wrong number that they gave you, or you put in the right number of your actual amount that they gave you. So you can make that decision. I would say if your information is wrong, expect to possibly wait, okay? Because they're going to want to know why the numbers aren't matching. So either way, both numbers are going to be wrong until they see it, okay? So I have seen people get the wrong information on those letters: 6419, I think 6475. I probably saying them wrong, but there's 64 something, okay? But those numbers have been wrong, okay? All right, let me see if anybody asks me anything. How you doing, Aziza Mohammed? Okay, it says my goddaughter keep my granddaughter in prayer. Granddaughter, and I pay her. Oh, I got receipts. What can I do? It says my goddaughter keep my granddaughter. Oh yeah, all right. So I have a lot of people that are having issues with getting filing taxes with somebody is babysitting for you. So if you have somebody that's babysitting for you, if you want to claim that credit, to get that $8,000 credit that the IRS is saying that you can claim, you have to have at least $16,000 worth of expenses, y'all. Also, you need to have a maximum of 2 for the child and dependent care to get that full 8,000. All right. Now, if you by chance get that, you have to get the information from your the person that actually watched the kids. If it's a daycare, they are already going to be set. They're going to give you the information. If it is an individual, you have to get the social security number or the EIN. And they also have to add it on their taxes. Why? Because whose ever taxes go in first, the IRS may notice that you added someone and they didn't put it on theirs, or they turned in their taxes before you, and now they're wondering whose information is right or wrong. So make sure if you are going to claim it that the other person does as well. Now, if they refuse to give that information to you, all you need to do is you're going to need to print out your taxes. You're going to have to print out that form. That form is actually should be already included when you print the taxes out. If not, it's form 2441. Print that out, and you will have to mail your taxes in with that information included. Even if you don't get the EIN or social, you can actually attach a note with it, but you can mail that into the IRS and let them know you were not able to get that information. They ask you to put down as much information about the person as possible, address, the whole nine. Okay, so you put as much as you can, send it in, and you have to manually do it, which is by mail. All right. Violet says, any word on last year's 2021 tax refund? Are they going to, well, you mean 2020 taxes? Are they going to release them anytime soon? So the IRS has only said that they have released the last stimulus check that they have not paid. They have not said anything about releasing the tax refunds from last year. I am going to assume, and we're all going to have to assume, that they're going to actually start that now that there's no more stimulus checks. They're processing tax refunds, so one would assume that they're going to start sending out your tax refunds. Okay, so I would say sit tight. If you have not gotten it by a certain time, however long that is for you, you can always call them, but just make sure you call 7:30, 8 a.m. Okay, that's when you get them on the phone. All right, thank you for sharing that, Queen Biz. I appreciate that very, very much. Yes, and please share the video. That's what TikTok is telling me to tell y'all to do. So make sure you share it, okay? Let's see. All right, it says, I got a letter that I received child tax credit but didn't receive anything. So there you go. There goes proof. Another person, she got a letter saying she received child tax credit but didn't receive anything. So if you are sure that you didn't receive anything and it's wrong, when you go and file your taxes, you put 0. Although they sent you that letter, I will put 0 and let them do their investigation on the other side once you send in your tax returns, so that they can give you your full credit. All right. So let's talk about the 7202 credit. I don't think we may not have that much to be on here tonight. This may just be half hour. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. So there are a lot of people that are trying to take that 7202 credit. That is the credit where you're saying that you were out of work because of COVID. Okay, it's it was actually created with the pandemic, so it is a credit that you can take, that you could have taken last year and also this year. But there are a lot of people trying to take it this year, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I need you guys to understand that you cannot take a self-employed credit if you are a W-2 employee. Now, if you have self-employment in there anywhere, then yes, but it has to be filed on your taxes. There are people who are going to sink a lot of people's ships by thinking that they can apply for this credit as a W-2 employee, and they're adding it to people's taxes to get them a larger return. And unfortunately, I think, well, if the IRS catches it, I think they're going to disallow the credit, which means hopefully we hope that that's all they do is disallow. And disallow means they will not allow you to have it, and they will remove it and then process your taxes and give you what you should have gotten. But we don't even want them to do that, because now that means your taxes goes in front of somebody which has to now review your taxes to see why you have that credit and you are a W-2 employee. Okay. So please make sure you review your returns. Okay. That's the biggest thing. I have a lot of people that are saying, hey, can you give me a quote? And me personally, I don't feel like I should have to do quotes, because you should go to a tax preparer that you trust, not a tax preparer that gets you the largest amount. That is not how the game goes. Okay. Now, I know a lot of you think that, but unfortunately, you could be going to somebody that's going to get you a lot of money, but is also going to get you in trouble. So you can go to someone thinking that they know what they're doing because you don't know. But just because you don't know doesn't mean the tax preparer does. So stop always going to somebody because they can get you a large amount. Now, I feel like y'all should share that, because and because I know I'm speaking to some people, and if you've done it, that's cool. I get it. You know, a lot of us, we think with our pockets, but we can't do that now. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's because you can get caught up in some stuff, and I don't want y'all getting caught up because you're being greedy and you're relying on people to care about your situation. The once that person prepares your taxes and send it off, the only thing they're thinking about next is when the money from your taxes is going to hit their bank account. Okay, so you have to care about what is on your taxes. Okay, and I'm gonna get to y'all question in just a second. It says, hold on. 1099. If you have a 1099, you can take the 7202 credit, because that is considered that's self-employed, an independent contractor. So yes, you can take it. If you have W-2 and nothing else, you cannot take it. All right, no W-2s. It says, there anything being forgiven from unemployment last year? It was 10,000. No, there is no 10,200 forgiveness. That was only last year. That will not happen anymore, probably ever again. So no, hopefully you paid taxes out of your unemployment, because if not, they are going to take that 10% out of your tax refund. Okay. Should you file if you receive Social Security disability? You can file if you have income that is over the standard deduction. So for a single person, a standard deduction is $12,950. So if you're a single person and you make more than $12,950, you can file taxes. If you are on Social Security disability and you had taxes taken out, then I will file taxes so you can get your tax refund. If you didn't have any taxes taken out, most people on Social Security usually make less. So you don't have to. I have people that get Social Security, they make less, they file because they want to, just so they are on record. But you don't have to file if you get Social Security. But if you have taxes taken out, yes. And then, if not, you don't have to. Okay. All right. Let's see. It says, who paying rent and light bill? Hopefully you paying your rent and light bill. Hopefully. Right now there is no utility assistance that's being broadcasted. You can do 211. This is for everybody. If you are struggling with paying your utilities, always dial 211, and that should get you to a nonprofit agency in your area that handles putting you in connection with that type of information. Hey, Sandra, it says, what if you already filed your taxes and just realizing about the unemployment 1099G? Good question. It's so funny how so many people today have come to me and said, girl, I done filed my taxes and now I'm getting W-2s. Didn't I tell y'all to wait? Did I not tell y'all to wait to file taxes because this very same thing happens? Well, let me tell you what's going to happen now, okay? Other than me rubbing it in your face saying, I told you so. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to have to take those. So this is my suggestion. This is what I tell people who've done that with me. Because you've already submitted your taxes, you might as well wait until you get your refund so that you don't slow up anything. Once you get your refund, go back to your tax preparer, and now you will have to amend your taxes. Most tax preparers charge you additional because they got to work for you again. So be prepared to pay the tax preparer. Also, once they amend your taxes, it is going to calculate what you should have received had you put in all the information in the beginning. And whatever that amount is, you now have to subtract that amount from what you got the first time. And the difference is what you now owe the IRS. Because some of you may find out that you were paid too much in a refund because you didn't put that many jobs in there. You know what I'm saying? So once they start seeing that you made more income and you didn't pay taxes, a lot of your refunds are going to go down. So I would say do not amend your taxes until after you get your refund, because if you do it now, we don't know where your refund is in the batch. You may slow your processing up and you may not see your return until who knows, how long from now. So that is what I suggest. Wait and do it later. But please put those 1099s, those W-2s, whatever you find, put those someplace safe so you do not lose them, and go back to your tax preparer and file again. All right, Liz says, what are the names of the Navient school list? That is a very long list. The website, I did just put a video up, but the website is Navient. I'm going to put it here. It's NavientAGSettlement.com. So it's Navient and then AG for Attorney General and then settlement.com. You can go right there and you will see the long list of schools that you can, and yes, I did pop, that you can put into, that you can apply for the borrower's defense for. There are going to be quite a few schools. So, and then like I said, I just made a video on TikTok that tells you the website to go to get your application and then the address to mail it to. All right. So it is up there. Hey, Jay Ingram. No, I am not from St. Lucie County. I am from Martin County, but I live in Brevard County. Speaking of the counties in Florida, if you are in Orlando, so starting tomorrow, the renters assistance is opening back up tomorrow. If you are in St. Lucie County, it is opening, I want to say on Wednesday. I'm going to post it in my story. So if you guys follow me on Facebook or Instagram, I'll post it in the story so you'll be able to see. I want you guys to make sure you get a jump on these rental applications, because if you don't jump on it, somebody else is, and they're going to spend the money that you should have gotten. Okay. And believe me, I know people who are going back and getting renters assistance 2 and 3 times. Why? Because the money is there. And some of y'all haven't even gone once. So please, I'm going to need y'all to tighten up and go after the money because it's out there for you. Nanette says, please don't forget to send the link for taxes, my tax man. Yes, ma'am, Nanette, I will. If you sent me a message on Facebook, I will send that link. If anybody's interested in having me do their taxes, I do have a link. Now taxes have gotten so relaxed, you don't even have to physically walk into a tax shop. Matter of fact, who has time to sit down and do their taxes right now? People are so busy. So if you're interested in me doing your taxes, you follow me, you like my content, you think I'm trustworthy, which I am, then I would tell you also get with me. I'll send you my link. You can put in your own information. My job is to go over that information, make sure you put it in right, give you all your credits, call you so we can go over your taxes. And then boom, I send it to you in the email. And if you're happy with it and I'm happy with it, we're going to send it right there. We never had to meet. We can do a virtual handshake and you get paid and moving right along. Okay. So if you're interested, let me know. All right. Let me see what else you got here. ETC. What about senior benefits? Seniors, earned income tax credit. A single person to get earned income tax credit, the max a single person with no kids will get for earned income tax credit is $534. That is why everybody who has kids, they make so much more. So you don't really get a lot. As far as it pertains to seniors, I'm not sure what question you're asking because that's so broad, but as it pertains to seniors have a higher standard deduction. Seniors actually get taxed less than an average single person. It's a little less than I had a household, but they do get a higher standard deduction because they are elderly. Okay, so I don't know if that's what you were asking, but I am answering that. It says, what form was that? I'm not even sure what form you talk about. What form y'all talk? Okay, so the borrower's defense is the form we're talking about for the school. I hope that's what you guys are asking about. Can I combine full-time with business income? Yes, you can. So that has not changed yet, but I do like to keep telling everybody that I need y'all to understand this is very, very serious, because if they take the ability away from us to do self-employment, some of y'all are going to suffer. Why? Because y'all don't know I called y'all tax preparer and they go, girl, I'm going to play with the numbers. When they say they playing with the numbers, they're basically saying, I'm going to add self-employment to see if it gets you some more money or not. Now, I can't say whether that's good or bad because I don't know if you do self-employment or not. But what I do know is that um, they are, and I say they, lawmakers are trying to change it where personal taxes are just by themselves and business taxes are by themselves. And that will hurt a lot of you who use self employment. One, when you have small tax returns, and two, when you don't work and you want to claim those credits for your children. Okay, so if they take those away, some of you who don't work and have kids, y'all not gonna be able to use self-employment to get anything. Y'all gonna have to always sell your kids to somebody else or get a job. One of the two. But you're not gonna be able to get no tax refunds. Let me also say something that you guys are misinformed about. A tax refund, especially for a single person, is not a good thing. Okay, a tax refund means you overpaid your money that you're supposed to ball out with all year long to the government, and they got to take your money and gamble it and put it in the stock market because that's exactly what they do with the money. Where that's money you could have kept in your pocket, but you didn't do that because you overpaid them. And you know why? Because you don't fill out your proper exemptions on your W-4. And we're going to talk about that in a second because I'm finding that too many people aren't doing their W-4s right. And you're either not paying in enough taxes, so you're not getting a return, or you, well, basically, they're not paying any. Basically, I haven't seen anybody overpay. Everybody has been not paying or paying too little. Okay. So a tax refund is bad. If you're single with no kids, you should not really have a tax refund. That if you ended up with $0, that means you are spot on, perfect. You don't owe the IRS anything, and the government doesn't owe you anything. You didn't overpay them, they didn't overpay you. So that is ideal. Not a lot of people do that. If you're a person with children, of course you would get a refund because you have refundable credits, earned income tax credit. We got the child tax credit. So you would get a refund. But in order to know how much taxes you need to pay, and I'm going to read y'all questions in a minute, you need to see what your taxes are when you do your refund. So if somebody has, and I hate to do, all right, I'm going to pull my calculator out because y'all know I hate doing math on the spot. All right, let me pull my calculator out. So say someone got a refund for $3,000, and this is, we're not going to say this is a single person. Say this is a person with a dependents, and say their refund is $3,000. And I hate to use this year's because we got all these child tax credit and all this other stuff. So sometimes it may not be exactly right. I would prefer if you use your last year's tax refund because we didn't have child tax credit. But let's just say $3,000. That's what a person got back. In order for them to know how much to pay in taxes and to put on this W-4, just take that $3,000 and divide by 12. Okay, that means that's $250 a month. Most people get paid twice a month. So we're going to take that $250 and now we're just going to divide it by 2. Some of y'all probably got an easier way to do it, but this is just how I do it. So now the answer is 125. That tells me that you on your box, on the W-4, there's a section that says extra withholding. You can't put zeros and exemptions like we used to. You can only put dollar figures. So you can leave the rest of this form blank besides your personal information, your name, your social, and you could just put down the answer that we got, which was 125, and that will make sure that you will be, I'm gonna say about 98, 99%, if none of your situations change. If you claim the same amount of kids, your income's close to the same, you will find that if you put that much away, you will get that much of a return. Okay? That's the only way to guarantee that you can get something is you got to make sure you're paying something in it. Now, I know people have kids. So, like I said, so kids are going to give you refundable credits, okay? But I have people that have kids that still are not happy with how much money is coming out of their taxes. So this is how you would be able to make sure that you could still get a similar return to the one you have, is taking the return divided by 12 because you got 12 months in a year, and then divided by 2 because you get paid twice a month. And that number should be what you put in your extra withholding to make sure that you are taking money out, or at least enough money out, so that you won't have to owe. All right. So let me go and see what questions I got really quick. And then I'm gonna be quiet because I think y'all got a lot of questions. Okay. All right, let me see. It says, can I file taxes if I get long-term disability from my job? Yes, you can, because you did work. You should get a W-2. You cannot file if you get like workers' comp or something like that. You won't get you can usually don't file that because that money usually is tax-free. Can you amend taxes on TurboTax? I don't believe that you can. Can you amend taxes on TurboTax? One of y'all let me know. I don't think so. I know there's a question that they ask you, why do you want to print your refund? And one of the answers is you need to amend your taxes, but I'm not sure if you can amend it on TurboTax. Okay. Let's see. I told my tax guy what you said. File for the extension. That's exactly right. So everybody, if you do not think you're going to have all your documents in time, you can file an extension now, even if you don't take it. An extension is free. It takes 2-3 minutes. And all you're doing is telling the IRS, hey, I might not be able to make it by April 18th. And yes, it's April 18th this year because Good Friday is on the 15th. So you're basically telling them I can't make it by April 18th. Give me all the way until October 15th. Okay. There's nothing wrong with doing it. I have a lot of people that I say, hey, if you're not sure, you waiting on something, put it in. Okay. Absolutely put it in. Let's see. So if you have a W-2 and an Instacart or DoorDash, you can get the 7202. Yes, you can. You can get you can use the 7202 for Instacart and DoorDash because that is a 1099. That is an independent contracting job. Yes, it is not W-2. So yes, you can take that credit. I says I pay those things, but the government steals our money. The government, I ain't gonna say they're stealing the money, but they're damn sure gonna take your money if you don't learn how to take all of your exemptions and write-offs. How many of you guys did $300 charitable contribution credit to at least hopefully boost your returns? Some of you need to take it. Some of y'all done gave to what was it? Somebody told me today. GoFundMe. A lot of y'all done gave to GoFundMe's. So are you putting that down? Y'all donating clothes to Goodwill? Are you putting that down? Salvation Army, you giving stuff to the church? You paying your tithes? Are you putting that down on your taxes? And yes, you can claim your tithes on taxes. Okay, if you didn't know, yes, you can. Let's see. Taxation may be theft, but there is absolutely nothing we can do about it. Okay, absolutely nothing. It's a game we play, so we're not here to debate whether it's bad or not. We got to pay it. So it says, how long after we file do we get accepted by IRS? You can get accepted by the IRS within minutes, up to at least a day. At least the first day of when tax season opened, it was taking my people at least a day to get to accept it. I'm noticing this year that they're staying in transmitted status a lot longer than they used to. It used to be transmit, boom, your taxes will file automatically. It's not happening like that. Also, what's not happening like that is these tax advances. Okay, a lot of people aren't getting dropped $6,000 like they used to. These banks are like, no. And why? Because they know that your tax refund is based on what I call wish credits. We hope you get them right. We hope that you accounted for your $1,400 correctly. We hope you accounted for your child tax credit correctly. They don't know. So since they don't know, they say, well, we may not give out these large tax advance loans. We're gonna give y'all 500 instead of 1,000. We're gonna give y'all 3,000 instead of the 6,000. So just know that just because you don't get what you put in for, it doesn't mean you did anything wrong. That just could be the bank being hesitant. All right. Now I did have people get denied for owing Scott from owing other banks that they took advances and didn't pay. If y'all don't know, and I tell y'all this, y'all can anytime go and pull your bank reports, your bank credit reports, and see. You think that Scott is not reporting on your bank credit report on check systems, check systems, EWS, and telecheck? Yes, they're reporting, and that's why you can't get that cash advance, because they're telling that you owe. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right, it says I filed last 4 years electronically using IPPen. This year is telling me I need an affidavit. Is this new? Thank you for bringing it up, because I actually am going to make a video about that. There is some changes going on with the IRS. Of course, this is stuff they never talk about. So people are getting rejected for situations that the IRS is now saying that you have to upload an affidavit. They have not specified what they want on the affidavit yet. So if you were denied for 8962, that means you were denied for your premium tax credit. And while y'all on TikTok, share the video because I seen the numbers go down. So share the video on TikTok, please. I appreciate it. So if your premium tax credits, if you were denied for that, the IRS has not come up with a way of how they want us to fix it yet. We will have to attach an affidavit. We will have to upload it and attach it to your refund and then transmit it. So I believe what is happening right now is these software companies are working in the background to fix it so that we can attach it, we can upload a document and attach it to your taxes. So if you've been denied and you can't do the affidavit, LaQuavia, you're going to have to wait. I have people that are waiting too. We've been waiting like 2 weeks for IRS to fix the error. They are telling us not to resubmit it, just to wait because it's going to keep rejecting you. So they have a couple new errors. So if you see them, if your taxes were rejected and it says anything about an affidavit, you got to wait until they give us further instruction. Okay. Hey, Chantel. All right, let's see. All right, so I answered that one. What are the names? Okay, I answered for the Navient tax man. Okay, I'm gonna take care of you. Look up recoverstlucie.org. I believe the website is paying. Also look up Our Florida. That's right, Jay Ingram. Our Florida is the big one for the state of Florida to get your rent paid. Absolutely, go get that money. How about yes to the W-2, but it was a job gotten from December 21. So no, you can't. If you have a W-2, Elizabeth, you can't do the 7202 credit. That credit says specifically, it says self-employed in the title. So no, you can't do W-2. The 7202 is for people that are self-employed, that missed work because of COVID. You have an opportunity to get your money back. The reason they're doing that for self-employed is because most people on W-2 have sick leave, or you get unemployment or paid time off or whatever they give you. They don't get that option with self-employment. So that's why they have this credit in there. Okay. Hey, Jacobra. That's right. Navient AG settlement. Okay, good. Let me see if I missed anything else before I get back over here to TikTok. It says if we haven't filed 2020 taxes, can we still do it electronically? It doesn't have to be mailed. If you miss the year to file taxes, you cannot. Hear me. You cannot electronically file. It can only mail. Okay. I have people I did back taxes this weekend from 2016, and we have to mail every single one of those to the IRS. You cannot e-file. You can only e-file the active year. All right. Can you please post information where we can call and see if we owe the IRS? Yes, I will give y'all the number. Hold on, and then I'm gonna go back over here to TikTok. Give me a second. It is I know it's an 800 number. Shoot, that's all I know right now is that it's an 800 number and it's right here. Okay, so if you want to check to see if you owe the government any money before you do your taxes, then all you got to do is call 800 304 3107. 800 304 3107. You can call, put in your social, you wait a second, and it's going to tell you if you're child support, they taking that check. There ain't no hold on that. You owe anybody else, unemployment, any of those things, student loan, it's on hold. May 1st, it will not be on hold. So I don't want you to rush to do your taxes, but I also want you to get your taxes done before April. Why? Because May 1st, May 1st is when they start actually garnishing your tax refunds. And y'all know IRS take a long time to process. So, normally it's 21 days. And if you wait to April and May 1st, they real close. So I don't want to push that 21 days. I would tell you, you got February and you got March to get these taxes done to ensure that they won't take your money in the event you owe student loans. Okay. Because they gonna get you if you do. Okay, Jay Ingram, I think I just saw it today, said it was opening. So I'm going to post it. No EIDLs, no PPPs. Y'all, we're not going to see that anymore. That is basically gone. Hopefully some of you guys have done your forgiveness. I don't know why some of you are still waiting. Do your forgiveness. Do your forgiveness. Let me say it again. Do your PPP forgiveness. Now, individuals who are filing personal taxes do not have to report their PPP being forgiven. There are S corps S corps and corporations, anyone who files business taxes separate from personal will have to report that PPP forgiveness. Okay, I don't know if you know, but you do. All right. The IRS did put something out stating that they would like you to put that down. It doesn't harm your income. It's not counted as income, but they know you spent it on things, so they want you to report what you spent. Okay. Let's see. Now, I don't know if y'all saw, but I posted this on my story. IRS is hiring a mass hiring of attorneys. Okay, they only want 200, but only 200 is not a lot. You know, even though they're hiring 84,000 auditors, they also want to hire 200 attorneys because they want to start looking at self-employed people who file self-employed. So this is why I'm telling you guys, you got to get involved and start caring about what the person is filing, because somebody's looking now. Okay, and they're specifically hiring people to look, not just general employees. Specifically look at the self-employed, check all these self-employed, and they want people to check and prosecute people who get found lying, who is tax preparers who are inflating people's tax returns. They don't want y'all. They want your tax preparer. Okay, so if you care about your tax preparer and you want them to be back to do your taxes next year, make sure you look at your taxes to protect them. Okay, because some people can't see beyond their own greed. Let me see. Can you? All right, I answered that. Let me see. All right, we talked about the government taking our money. We can't do nothing but that. All right, so it says, how would a PPP loan affect our taxes? The PPP loan won't affect your taxes if you do personal. It won't affect your taxes if you file business, but you do have to report it. That is important that you report that you got that forgiveness and what you spent, not exactly what you spent it on, but there are going to be some sections that are going to ask about things, expenses, equipment, and hopefully that money that you got went towards that, and that's what they want you to report. Let me see if y'all got any questions, and then if not, I don't think I have anything else. All right, so make sure you guys got your pen. Hey, Nicola. Okay, LaQuavia says you can amend on TurboTax. Thank you, because I wasn't really sure. I've never done an amendment there. It says my taxes said I'm owed $7,000 in stimulus. I have 4 kids, claim 3. Is that accurate? That is about right, because the earned income tax credit for 3 children is $6,000. I think it's 64 and something. Now, what seems a little awkward to me is, and I don't know about your income, is if you claim, my taxes say I'm owed $7,000 in stimulus. I have 4 kids claimed. I have 4 kids claimed 3. Oh, okay. So you would have been paid more. All right. So let me explain how this goes. If you got paid for more children on your stimulus than you're actually filing when you file taxes, you will notice your tax return may go down because you're not filing the same amount of, you're not claiming the same amount of kids that you claimed when you got paid your stimulus. So to the IRS's eyes, that's like an extra payment. And remember, this money is refundable. So not refundable. This money is in advance. So if they paid you for 4 kids, but now you're claiming 3 for your taxes, they're taking $1,400 back from you. So you actually would have gotten $8,400. Well, no, you actually still would have got $7,000 had you still claim the 4 kids, but say they paid you for 3 kids and now you're claiming 4. When you do taxes, you would have got more. So I hope I didn't confuse anybody, but your taxes will be different if you were overpaid for a stimulus for more kids than you actually are claiming when you file your taxes. Let's see. Churches. What about churches? They don't pay no taxes. What about churches, Nanette? Let me know. It says there are no grants right now for CDLs. The only thing they put out for CDLs right now is that they're letting you train at 18. A lot of this money that is just came out is for this infrastructure stuff. Okay, this is just to fix bridges and roads, and let them get this stuff out the way. I say by summertime we should start seeing some more money flowing, but we just got into the beginning of this year and they're still figuring out where all this money is going. Vonda, you had the baby in March. Okay, so if you had the baby in March, then that explains why. So then, yeah, that doesn't sound too bad. That doesn't sound bad. But you were paid for 4, so you still claim somebody else, right? Oh, you only got paid 3 for stimulus, and then now you're claiming 4. I don't know, Vonda, that do sound a little low, but I would have to see what your income is. That does sound just a tad low. Because I have people that got 3 kids and they're getting $12,000, $13,000. So I don't know where you're getting 7 from. And this is straight up legit, nothing, no extra. Okay, it says, where do I press to have you do my taxes? You can send me a message on Instagram, and I will send you my link. If you want me to do your taxes, all you got to do is just send me your link on Instagram, and then, send me a message on Instagram, same name, Shamika Saves, and I will send it to you. It says, are you saying that even if the loan is now nil net, that it still apply? And if so, yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. If you think your school tricked you into getting your education, or if your school is on that list, it doesn't matter who they sold the loans to, you still can apply. They got to sell your loans to somebody because somebody has to manage that $20,000, $30,000. But that doesn't mean you got to pay it. That they got to make sure somebody manages it. You don't have to pay it. All right, Michelle says, can you clarify the economic relief stimulus for 2021? Does it need to be reported when filing if received? Yes, you have to report if you receive the stimulus because the IRS is doing what they call checks and balances. They are asking you, did you receive a stimulus? You say yes. Then the next box says, well, how much? They want to know. Why? Because they want to make sure that, one, they didn't underpay you. If they didn't pay you enough, they want to give you back what you were owed or what you were due. So yes, you have to put it in, even if the only time it will affect your return, the only time you should see it affect your return is if you were paid for more kids than you are now claiming. Other than that, if you got paid for 4 and you got 4, your number should be fine. You should not change. Especially if they put the child tax credit in, they put all your financial information in, because your recovery rebate question is usually sometimes, depending on the software, it's usually like in the end, right towards the end. So you put that in at the end. Okay, so it shouldn't change. How much money do you have to give the church to get a credit? For charity, $300. If you're a single person, you should make sure you're taking your $300 charitable credit. If you are married, it's $600. Okay, now yes, you should have given the money to charity, but a lot of y'all have given money and don't even know that you have. So that's why I said church and all of that. So you definitely can account that. And if you give money to the church, I don't know if y'all know this, but your church will give you a document at the end of the year, just like daycare and all those other places. They got the EIN number, and it tells you how much you gave, because you were supposed to write that on your taxes. Okay, so if they didn't, I might start asking, but they're supposed to. Okay, I have 3 teens, 16, 17, 18, and I'm head of household, and I'm 1099 worker. Can I still claim kids? You absolutely can claim your kids. Yes, you can. The 16 is definitely, you can get earned income tax credit for that. You can get earned income tax credit for the 17-year-old. The 18 you won't, but you can still claim them for as a dependent, especially if they're living in your home. If they're in college, if you're paying for more than half of the income to take care of them, which most 18-year-olds probably still live at home with their parents. So yes, I would. Now, if this 18-year-old works and made a decent amount of money, more than $12,950, you can ask them if they want to file themselves and get their own tax return. Okay, I always give them the option. If they made more than the standard deduction, I would let them file so they can get a return. Where can I find the information regarding the money for infrastructure? Are these agencies hiring in Georgia? No, the infrastructure is, you're actually going to have to just follow the money. It's a bill. So the government starts releasing how much money they sent to the states, and who got it, and then you got to go to the state and follow that money to see where they put it. It's not anything that you can apply for. This is higher level stuff. This goes from federal government to state government. What if you owe taxes and making payments because of arrangements with the IRS? Will they take your refund? Yes, they will. See, no, they will take your refund, because why? They don't trust that an individual is going to pay. So yes, they're going to take your refund if you owe. Hopefully you know the amount that you owe. So when you do your tax refund, hopefully your tax refund is that amount, or your tax preparer can help you reach that amount so you can wipe that loan out. Okay. And yes, T. Kelly, if they're all in school, then yes, file all of them. Someone wanted me to ask if the parents stay with them and they are elder, could they claim them? Yes, you could claim your parent. Yes, dependency is based off of blood. So it can be a blood relative and a foster or step child. If it's just your family friend, or your boyfriend that's laying on your couch, you can't claim him, okay? But it can be blood relative, and it could be step or foster child. Now, if you look when you claim dependents, you'll see it says mama, cousin, child, daughter, granddaughter, nephew, niece. Those are all blood relatives, okay? So you could claim blood relatives, but not somebody else that's not kin to you, unless it's a foster or a stepchild, okay? The people who are getting back 18K, the people who are getting 18K back with two or more kids and a W-2, is that correct? Absolutely not. Is that absolutely not correct? No. And I would say that I did someone with a W-2 with 3 kids, and her income had to be about 15,000. Like, it was very low, and she's getting back 13 because she didn't get any child tax credit, so she was getting all of that for 3 kids. That's 9,000 right there. Then all the other stuff boosted her up to 13. When I see someone getting more than 15, I'm really starting to give them the side eye. And when they have a small amount of kids, then I really give them the side eye. And that kind of stuff makes me say, tell that person to ask to see their tax refund, because I bet you it's self-employment in there, and that's cool if they want to, because they can probably lie and defend that, okay? But how you gonna but if there's not any, and you got that CARES Act, you can't defend that if that person W-2, because you can't claim that. So they need to make sure that the stuff that they're claiming they can defend, and not to mention too, they can't be saying they done drove 100,000 miles in 1 year, because the IRS knows that an average person doesn't drive that much, especially if you're going to put that your income for self-employment was only 2,500. Stop lying. And if you're going to lie better than what you're doing. So I would question that, Sweetness Rose. That sounds way inflated to me. So, and I don't even think that's just Schedule C. That's something else. That's Schedule C, probably some CARES Act credit too. They just got to be careful that they can defend whatever that person put down on their taxes. What is Notice 971? Let me see. They send out a lot of notices. IRS usually doesn't. A notice is usually an update. So, but they wouldn't usually send it to y'all. Let's see. Okay, it says 970. So actually, not. It's a publication 971, and it says okay, and this is for individuals who are married and they have issues getting their tax refund. So if you're married and you don't want to file with your spouse because of they got issues with child support and all of those things, you don't have to file with them. You can't, and if you do, you can do what is called an injured spouse. And an injured spouse is a form that the IRS, you can do it actually with your tax preparer online. Basically, they're going to split the tax refund and review it and give you the parts you should have got, and they're going to keep whatever the man had to take. And I say man because it's usually the men that mess up the women's checks, okay? So if he owes child support, your tax refund should not be taken for that. So that's what Publication 971 is talking about, the different things that you could do to get your money back. All right, let's see. What is the form the church is supposed to give? The church can just give you a 1099. A lot of times they just give you a little slip. Some churches don't even give you an actual IRS form. They'll give you a slip with the name of the church, the address, and their EIN number, and then the amount that you paid in tithes or your donations or to the building fund. Whatever you donated, you should be able to account that on your taxes. That's why I said a lot of us donate, but all we think of is Salvation Army and Goodwill. But we get money every Sunday on church, okay? Or GoFundMe's, okay? Especially with all the stuff that's happening with everybody. And everybody's donating for everybody, which is great, but we need to be able to count that. You're welcome, T. Kelly. All right. So really quick, let me run through and see if I missed anything, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Look, I actually gonna get off on time today. Really fast. Hold on. Y'all know I gotta make sure I don't discuss what I needed to for the night, because I hate getting off and then I'm like, damn, I should have said that. All right, so we talked about the video. We talked about your student loan forgiveness. We talked about the IRS getting ready to hire people. Orlando, we talked about your rental assistance. Hold on. Oh, I did put a video up of this the other night, and this is what I just found out, because Cash App has updated their website. So if you want to avoid being charged for Cash App. Okay, if you have a Cash App business account, you need to change it to personal, because Cash App business is automatically going to send you a 1099-K at the end of the year for you to file on your taxes. So if you don't want to be taxed by Cash App, you need to make sure you have Cash App personal, not business. Okay, they put that on their website themselves. They're automatically going to take and send you the form if you don't change it. All right. And then once it's reported, you got to report it. So if you don't want to have to deal with that, change it now. Okay. Because the only places that are allowing you to select how you want the money to be sent is PayPal and Venmo. They are the only two places that allow you to put friends and family or goods or services. But Cash App doesn't. That's why they're saying, since we can't, then y'all need to go ahead on and have Cash App personal. Another thing, IRS is making you scan your face. So if you need to go and get any documents from the website, it's no longer that you need to have a credit card or a student loan account number or a mortgage number. You are going to have to scan your face. People are not liking that. So the IRS may change it, but right now that's what you're going to have to do in order to access their website. And if y'all are looking to your banks, let me back up. If you get business transactions, if you're a business owner and you're making transactions, okay, so I've seen this. Some business accounts are automatically taking money out. So I'll give you an example. American Express gave somebody a bonus, okay? Gave somebody a bonus for referring people. So y'all know how you give somebody your affiliate link for Chime, for whatever, self-lender, whatever. They are automatically, and this is just American Express, I haven't seen it with a lot of other places yet, but they're already taking taxes out of the money that they're giving you as a gift so that they don't have to rely on you to report it. So if you notice some money missing when you start to receive stuff back from businesses and you see taxes coming out, that is why. All right. So y'all can start seeing some changes this year, getting ready for what's going to happen next tax year. Okay. So you may see stuff coming out already. All right. It says it's called a generosity statement or a giving statement. Thank you, Lioness. Okay, so it's called a generosity statement or a giving statement. I ain't never heard of that, but I thank you for giving me that. But that's what you need to ask your church to give you one. It says, if you're on Section 8, are you able to apply for emergency rental assistance? For what? Yeah, I hadn't seen that you can't, but that might be hard to prove. So I hope that you can justify that you would need it. I think that might be tough to prove, but I haven't seen anybody say that you couldn't. What if you work and didn't make enough to get a 1099 from the employer? If you made $400, you made enough to get a 1099. Okay, that's all you need to do self-employment is $400. If you didn't get that, you can't file. All right. Have siblings are step siblings. So if they're stepchildren, but they got to be related in the family by blood. So they are. So yes, you will be able to put that down as a sister because the IRS does allow that. That's blood in there because somebody got married. Can I file the 20 and 21 at the same time? You can file them at the same time at your tax office, but they only gonna print out two returns, a 20 return and a 21 return. But yes, you can do both with your tax preparer. Elizabeth says, can a 7202 credit be used if someone collected unemployment and then was self-employed? As long as you were self-employed, yes. But don't do the 7202 credit while you are on unemployment because that doesn't count. You were just unemployed. You have to have been employed but not working because of COVID. So there's a difference. But yes, you can do it as long as you were self-employed. That's the key. I don't care about nothing else. W-2, 1099, whatever. As long as you were self-employed, you can claim the 7202 credit. They said it's the child tax credit and credit for daycare and something about COVID care for the family. Yeah, child tax credit is the $3,000 or $3,600. Yes, the credit for daycare is called the child care and dependent care credit, and the COVID care credit is 7202. Sweetness, that's what we're talking about. Do you know of any programs in charge of that home repair? 211 Chantel. That's the best thing I can tell y'all right now because it is kind of weird out there with money. I haven't seen any money flowing anywhere other than some of these government programs. Okay. It says if you get rental assistance, do we have to put that on our taxes? No. You do not have to put rental assistance on your taxes. You do not have to put grants on your taxes. You also do not have to put the PPP forgiveness on your taxes. Only people that are filing 1120 or S corp filings, you have to report that. Okay. Let's see. Somebody asked, can you file 7202 if you're an independent contractor? Yes, because independent contractor is self-employed. Yes. So if you don't have a boss, independent contractors don't have a boss. And I don't know if y'all know that, but the paperwork says if you are a independent contractor, you are your own boss. You don't have a boss. You come in when you come in. That is, if a person tells you when to come to work, that means they are your employer. You are independent contractor. They can ask you to be there at that time, and you can say yes, but they can't tell you have to be there at that time because you are an independent contractor. You work for yourself. Okay, so don't get in no fights and tell Shamika say I don't got to listen to you, but they can just go pull up the IRS publication, read what IRS says about what makes you a 1099. Okay, I didn't say it; they said it. All right. All right, let me clear up and get ready to go. If you got PPP forgiveness, are your taxes safe? Yeah, your taxes are safe. Now, I can't say if you're safe. If people didn't tell the truth, I can't say that you're safe. I have seen people, I just read one last week, somebody got busted for $7,600. I'm thinking they could have let that go, but they did not. I don't know what the person did to even get the attention of that for that small amount, but that person did get hit for $7,600. So if you lie, I can't say if you're gonna be safe because we don't know if this ever's gonna be over. But if you got PPP forgiveness and you did everything on the up and up, you should be fine. Also, please don't think that because you got the forgiveness that means if you did lie that you are safe, because they can reverse that decision at any time. Okay. You may not read it to say that, but they can at any time. Okay, they can say no, this was fraudulent, so you don't get the forgiveness. So please don't sit too comfortable. But I'm also saying don't sweat. But I just got to give y'all the facts. It says I will be getting with you to do my tax from now on. Thank you, Sino. I appreciate that. Let's see. It says Uber told me I didn't make their limit, so they didn't issue me a 1099. So how do I file it? If Uber is not going to give you a 1099, then you still, in my opinion, were driving your vehicle. You did some self-employment work. You got paid more than we'll have to talk about it. But me, I would still put you down as a driver. You made some money somewhere, so they can say that you didn't make enough to get a 1099, but you made some money. And even if you don't get a 1099, Uber usually has where you can print out your account so it can show how much they took from you, your tips and all of that. So you should be able to print something from your account. If not, send me a message on Instagram. We can talk about it. Your situation is not difficult. Can you make my tax? I don't want to make your tax. I can do your tax, but I can't make it. Okay. But if you need that, I can. So again, all right, y'all. So it's 8:00. I don't want to keep y'all. Yes, you can file Instacart, Grubhub, Instacart, Uber driver, hell, taxi cab driver. If you was a stripper, if you were on only for any of those things, you are self-employed, sis, bruh. File and get you some money. And yes, get your 7202 because almost everybody I know had COVID and y'all was off. Okay, so if you want your money for that time, this is the time to get it. We do not know, and we probably won't get this credit anymore after this season. Okay, so this is the time. Now, again, if y'all want me to do your taxes, please send me a message on any of my platforms. Shamika Saves is the name, and I will send you a link. I have absolutely no problem walking you through it, or just reviewing the taxes that somebody else did for you, so you can see if you are comfortable. Okay, we don't want nobody going to jail and going in front of no auditor. But if there is nothing else, I will see you guys next Monday. I have work to do. I got taxes to do and people to talk to tonight. So I'm going to let you go. Miss Robin Ann, send me a message because I have to text me because I will be texting you. I got something to ask you about. And for everybody else, I will see you guys next Monday. Thank you for your support and bye. All right. Y'all take care. See y'all later. Bye, y'all.